Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jane and you're welcome to Jane by Design. On today's video, I'll be showing you how to cut a circular sleeve. If you're new here, you're welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe and also put on your notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for all your likes and your support. I deeply appreciate all of you guys. So moving on to the tutorial today, we have a fabric here, a piece of fabric. I have my tape, my scissors, and also a piece of chalk. Now the length of the fabric you'll be needing, it depends on the length of the sleeve that you're going to be placing on your bodies. If you want your sleeve longer, whatever length that you want, all you need to do is to get the length of that sleeve and also the length of the fabric. So for the length of my sleeve, I'll be making use of 12 inches. So I'm going to be making use of 12 inches as the length of my sleeve, and we're also going to be making use of our armhole circumference as well. So for the length of the sleeve, I'm making use of 12 inches, but on my fabric I have 24 inch on the length and 24 inch on the width of the fabric. So when I fold it over into two, it's going to fall back to 12 inches. Okay, so now after you've opened up your fabric, you've determined the length and the width of your fabric, you fold it into two and also go ahead and fold it again, making it into four. So you're folding your fabric into 4 places. Now that we are done folding into 4 places, we are going to go ahead and start placing the measurements on the fabric. Now, like I said, the length of my sleeve is 12 inches. So the essence of folding it into 4 is because it's going to be a full circular sleeve. So this is how you fold for a circle. So I'm going to be placing 12 inches at the folded edge of my fabric, and we're going to just go ahead and mark 12 inch all around the fabric. Okay, so make sure that you do not start your measurement from the open edge of your fold. If you do that and you cut out your pattern, your fabric, you're going to be doing the wrong thing and you end up damaging your fabric or spoiling your material. So you place your tape at the folded edge. Always you place your tape at the folded edge. So now that's what I've done, and then I've just gone ahead to mark 12 inches all around my fabric. And next I'm going to just use the chalk to connect all of the points that I've marked on my fabric together. So after I've drawn out my shape on my fabric, next what I'll do is to take my scissors and I'm going to just cut out the shape on my fabric. Okay, so after you have distributed the 12 inch all around your fabric, you just take your scissors and cut out the shape exactly the way you drew it on your fabric. So that's what I've done here. So now that I've done that, next up is to place notches at the open edge of my curve. Okay, so I'll just place my notch there at each side of my curve, and the essence of placing those notches is just so that when I open up the circle, I have equal sides and I can just also get the midpoint of the circle and draw lines across each of the notches. Alright, so now I've opened up my circle and I'm just going to indicate the midpoint on my pattern on my fabric, and I'll take a ruler and connect from the center point up to the notch that I placed on my fabric. So I'll do that for all of the notches that I have on my circle, just so that I have lines, 4 lines running across the pattern, across my fabric, if that makes sense. So you can see, just watch the video and see the way that I'm connecting the notches and the straight lines to meet the notches. So after connecting the points with my straight line, with my straight ruler, next we're going to get the midpoint again. So I'll just indicate that midpoint because that's where you are going to be taking your armhole circumference from. So for your armhole circumference, for the measurement to be placing on the midpoint, you get your armhole circumference and you're going to be dividing it by 6.28. So from that midpoint, you place whatever value you get from dividing your armhole circumference by 6.28. you place your tape on the midpoint and mark that point. So I marked mine is 2.5. So from the midpoint of my circle, I marked 2.5 there. So on that 2.5 that I marked, I'm going to also come down again on that same line and mark another 2.5. So I'll just use a different color of chalk so that you would see it clearly. So I just went ahead to highlight that point clearly so that you see it. So from that point, I'm going to just take 2.5 inch all around to create a mini circle on this circle that we already created already. So I'll take from that point, from the second 2.5 that we took from the midpoint of this circle, we are going to take 2.5 all around to create a circle. So just keep marking 2.5 all around until you form a perfect mini circle on the circle, if that makes sense. Okay, so now after that, this is what we have. I'm going to just connect the points together, highlight it properly so that you see what we have already. So now guys, now we've drawn out the circle and this is what it is. Next up, after this, we're going to be cutting out this mini circle. So to do that, I'm going to be folding my pattern halfway. So I'm going to just fold it into two again, just so that it will allow me cut out properly. I'll also place my pins on the fabric just so that it doesn't move around as well. So after placing those pins on the fabric, I will take my scissors and I'll gently cut out that circle that I just drew on my pattern. So now on my fabric, sorry. So now if you look at this, you see that one side of the circle is kind of longer than the other. Yes, the essence of this is so that your sleeve will fall nicely on your arm when you finally fix it on your bodies. Okay, so the upper part, the longer part, sorry, is the part where you fixed your shoulder, and the other part that is not as long as the upper part is where you fix underneath your arm. So this way, when you attach it, you have your sleeve falling equally on each side of your bodies. All right, so that's just the essence. So this is the best way to cut an umbrella sleeve or a circular sleeve, and it will look very, very nice. So this sleeve is very flattering, it's very nice, and it's also very, very easy to cut. If you enjoyed this video, if you watched this video to the end, please do not forget to give me a huge like and also subscribe if you are not yet subscribed to my channel. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of the video. If you like I said, please give me a huge thumbs up. And also, if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe, put on your notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video. Alright guys, until I come your way next time, do remain blessed and stay positive wherever you are. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.